Hey there, thank you for joining me for today's practice. My name is Paula. So today's practice is a whole body flow, but we will be particularly focusing on the shoulders, a little bit of the upper body. If you have a block for today's practice, we're going to start with the block. So please have that nearby. If you don't have a block, you could just use a cushion or something like that. Okay, so make sure you're nice and comfortable and make a start. Take your block. We're going to place it on its a medium height there, sideways, and then sitting in your Vajrasana, your thunderbolt pose, down on your shins, toes pointing back, and just sitting bones onto the block. If for any reason this doesn't feel right for you, you could try a little bit more height, or you could just come to your cross-legged position. So just see what feels available today. Take your time to just settle into your posture. When you're ready, resting the hands down onto the legs, and just taking your own time to start to close down the eyes. And feeling into your seat. Just feeling the sitting bones contacting the block or your cushion. And if you're in your thunderbolt position, shin bones down on the mat. And picturing the length of your spine all the way from the base. A central channel. Sense of the tailbone grounding down as you grow up and out through the crown of the head. And then finding your breath, just noticing your natural breath to begin with. And then starting to slow down your breathing. Slow the inhale, slowing down the exhale. And then when you're ready, just gently starting to blink open the eyes. Let's start by interlacing the fingers in front of the belly, taking an inhale to bring the hands up towards the chest. As you exhale, press the palms of the hands away, C-curve through the spine, letting the chin drop in, and then taking an inhale to lengthen up through both sides of the waist, pressing the thumb side of the hands up towards the ceiling if that's available. Lower ribs softening in. Try to grow up through both sides of the waist as the sitting bones continue to ground down. Just taking an inhale. As you exhale, twisting to the right. Just maybe allowing the head to go a little bit further to look past the right arm. And then taking an inhale to come back through center, and exhale, twisting to your left. Eyes looking towards the left upper arm. And then taking an inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, releasing the arms down, take the arms up to shoulder height, taking the right arm underneath, left arm on top, wrapping around into your eagle arms, or if that doesn't feel right, taking hold of your shoulders, maybe palms or fingers of the right hand contacting the left palm. Taking an inhale to lift the elbows up, lifting the eyes, and then as you exhale, dropping the elbows in, C-curving through the spine, letting the chin just drop in towards the chest. And then once again, taking an inhale to extend up, reaching the elbows up, and then exhale to soften in. One more time. Inhaling, reaching the elbows up, and then exhale to soften in. And then inhale, coming back upright, gently releasing those arms. Take the arms back behind you and either taking your wrists, forearms or elbows, or if it's available, take your reverse prayer up up towards the shoulder blades, just or wherever you can. That might be a little bit lower down. You're trying to seal the palms of the hands together. Just see how you go. The lower ribs naturally want to just push forward because the hands are behind us here. If you can, try to soften the lower ribs in and think about the back ribs climbing up, crown of the head reaching up, and just find the breath, just holding it here. Notice how we can use the breathing to meet that rising sensation in the body. And then gently release the hands back down. Once again, interlace the fingers in front of the belly, maybe swapping the interlace around if you remember which way you did it before. Taking an inhale to bring the hands up to the chest. As you exhale, press the palms of the hands away, C-curve through the spine, tucking the chin in, and then taking an inhale to extend up, pressing the thumb side of the hands up towards the ceiling, growing long through the sides of the body. Taking an inhale, as you exhale, twisting to the left and just moving through. Inhale back to center, exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, releasing the arms down. Take the arms up to shoulder height. Take the left arm underneath, right arm on top, wrapping the arms around, coming into your eagle arms once again. Taking an inhale to lift the elbows up, lift the eyes, and then exhale, C-curve through the upper body. Let the elbows drop in. Inhale, lengthen up, and then exhale, soften down. One more time, inhaling, up, and then exhale to soften. Coming back upright. Releasing the arms down. Once again, take the arms back behind you and either taking the wrists, forearms or elbows, or if it's available, take your reverse prayer once again. Maybe there's a bit more space to climb up a little bit higher up in between the shoulder blades. Try to seal the thumb side of the hands together. And just find the breath. Soften the lower ribs in. Option here, taking an inhale, and as you exhale, allowing the chin to drop down towards the chest, as we hold here for a couple of breaths. And then taking an inhale, coming back upright, gently release the hands. Just give the wrists a few circles out here in one direction and then in the other direction. And just a little bit of a shake out. Coming off your block, popping the block off to the side, finding your tabletop position here, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, taking an inhale into your cow position, drawing the chest forward, eyes lifting up. As you exhale, C-curve through the spine, tucking the chin in, and again, inhale to arch. Exhale to C-curve. As exaggerating slightly, bend through the elbows, a little dive through into your cow. As you exhale, tuck the toes under, C-curve into your cat position. And again, inhale to your cow, exhale into your cat. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back into your tabletop position. Make sure you've got a little bit of space in front of you, keeping the hips over the knees. Start to walk your hands forward, coming into your Anahata Asana or Happy Puppy, and try to wrap the armpits in to face one another, and then start to let the chest come down. Maybe your chin, maybe your forehead, maybe staying a little bit off the mat. Keep sealing down through the palms, the hands, a little bit of engagement through the lower belly. But as you stay here, maybe there's some space for the chest to come a little bit further down towards the mat. Slow breath in and slow breath out. And then shifting forward onto the forearms, all the way down onto your belly, releasing down, feet stay down, tops of the feet pressing down. Cup the fingers to the side of the mat, striking cobra, inhale. As you come up, elbows draw in, and then exhale to lower down. And again, inhale, keep those elbows drawing in, and then as you exhale to come down. We'll go one more time. Inhaling up, and then exhale to come back down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back through your tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, coming into your down facing dog. Finding your down dog. Steady gaze with the eyes. Let's rise up onto the balls of the feet. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, lower the heels back down. And again, inhale, rise. Exhale to lower. One more time, inhale to rise. And exhale to lower. So once again, inhale, rise. Take both heels over to the right hand side. Press into the left hand and draw the left hip away. And again, inhale up through center. Exhale, heels to the left. This time pressing into the right hand and try to draw the right hip away from that right hand. Come back to center. Just take one more full breath in your down dog. Rising up onto the balls of the feet. Taking that left leg up to your three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale. Knee to nose, stepping it forward in between the hands. Dropping down onto that right knee. Release the top of the right foot down. Sweeping the arms up into your Anjaneyasana, reaching the fingertips up, taking an inhale, maybe eyes lifting slightly. As you exhale, maybe shifting the hips slightly forward as you bend through the elbows, cactus arms, and then inhale to reach the arms back up. Exhaling, circle the arms back. Take the hands onto the back of the pelvis. If you can, fingers pointing up, otherwise point them down. Try to squeeze the elbows together. Zip up through the front of the body, taking an inhale. As you exhale, maybe shifting the hips slightly forward, lifting the chest, lifting the eyes. Find the breath. And then releasing those hands, framing the front foot and tucking the back toes under, lifting up into your sprinter's lunge for a moment. Take an inhale, draw the chest forward. As you exhale, start to walk the hands over towards the right foot, coming into your skandasana. Now you might have your right foot heel flat, or you might rise up onto the ball of the foot. See what feels available. And just taking a moment here, we're going to come into an open position. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up. If you need to keep both hands down, that's also fine. Left toes keep pointing up towards the ceiling. Taking one full breath here. Releasing that left hand down, shifting the hands over and both feet flat onto the mat now. So we're coming into our goddess legs. So toes are pointing out, drop the hips down and take a spinal roll to come all the way up to standing. Arms up, inhale. As you exhale, arms cross to bend through the legs. Coming back up again, this time reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, come down to your goddess pose and just hold it here for a couple of breaths. Try to press the knees back. Find the breath. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Maybe you can come down a little bit deeper and then strain through the legs. Reach the arms up, inhale, crossing the left arm over the top and then transition into your warrior two. So left toes pointing forward, right toes point slightly on a diagonal as well. And then bend a bit deep into this front leg. Eyes towards that left middle finger. And then take this left hand, place it onto the upper back, holding onto that left elbow, inhale, and then exhale, bending back towards that right foot to your reverse warrior. Keep bending into that front leg. And then let's take an inhale, straight through the front leg, release the arms down, take the hands to the hips. And we're just going to step this right foot forward slightly, just so we can bring this right hip to square with the left. It won't square completely, but we're just aiming in that direction. Left toes are pointing forward. This right foot, imagine there's a line in the middle. The right foot's on one side of the line, the left foot's on the other side of the line. We're going for this same position with the reverse prayer behind the back. If that's not available, you can just take hold of the forearms or the elbows. So we're going for our Paschimottanasana. Lift up through the chest, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, reaching out long through both sides of the waist, come to where you can. You don't have to come too far down. Ground down through the base of the left big toe. Try to seal the palms of the hands together. Maybe as we stay here, you might feel like there's a bit more space to come forward. Absolutely fine if not. And then let's take an inhale. Come back up, releasing the hands, frame the front foot, step back into your plank position. Take a moment in your plank, inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin down. Squeeze the elbows in, release the toes, release the belly, and then inhale into your cobra, squeezing the elbows in. Exhale back through your tabletop, tuck the toes under, coming into your down facing dog. Let's take a full breath here. Rising up onto the balls of the feet. Take this right leg up to your three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, step it forward. Placing that left knee down. Release the top of the left foot down. Sweeping the arms up. Inhaling. As you exhale, cactus the arms. Maybe the hips shift a little bit further forward. Reaching the arms up again. Inhale. Eyes can lift. Exhale, circle the arms back, placing them on the back of the pelvis, squeeze the elbows in. If there's space, keep zipping up through the front of the body, drop the tailbone down, shifting the hips forward. Taking one more inhale, and then exhale, releasing the hands, framing the front foot, tuck the back toes under. Runner's lunge for a moment, inhale to reach the chest forward, exhale, walk your hands over towards the left foot, finding your Skandasana. So maybe that left heel's down, maybe it's slightly off. Left hand down, right arm reaches up, right toes pointing straight up towards the ceiling. And then releasing it down, finding your goddess leg. So you might shorten your stance a little bit, toes keep pointing out. Drop the hips down as you take a spinal roll to come all the way up. Inhale to reach the arms up. Cross the arms down the front of the body as you bend through the legs and then come back up again. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale to cactus the arms. Press the knees back. One more full breath, inhaling. Stay for the exhale, maybe bend a little bit deeper. Reaching the arms up, inhale. Crossing the right arm over the left as you take your transition into your warrior two. You might want to lengthen your stance, right toes pointing forward, left toes pointing slightly forward. Eyes set towards that right middle finger. Taking that right hand onto the upper back, holding that right elbow. Bending a bit deep in this front leg. Take an inhale. Exhale back into your reverse warrior. And then inhale, straight through the front leg. Release the hands. Hands come to the waist. Stepping this right foot a little bit further forward. So we're setting up for our Paschimottanasana once again. Dropping the tailbone down. Taking hold of your wrists, forearms, or maybe coming to your reverse prayer. Lift through the front of the body, inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Long through both sides of the waist. Back of the neck is long. Easy breathing. Maybe as we stay here for this last couple of breaths, maybe there's some space to come a bit further forward. Keep drawing that right quadricep up, right hip crease drawing back. And then taking an inhale, coming back upright, releasing the hands, frame the front foot, step back into your plank position. Inhale, exhale, knees, chest and chin. Release the toes, belly, come up into your cobra, inhaling. Exhale back into your down facing dog. 3 full breaths in your down facing dog. Steady gaze. Coming forward into your plank position, inhale, and then let's lower all the way down over a count of 3. Please feel free to pop your knees down if you need to. Elbows straight back for 3, 2, little hover, releasing 1. Top of the toes release down. Come into your Sphinx position for a moment, and then take that right arm out to the side, rest the right ear down, and just rolling over onto the right side of the body. That left foot might come back behind you, opening up through that right front shoulder and chest. Maybe if you don't need this left arm down, you can wrap it behind you. Feeling free to close your eyes. Very gently pressing down through the inner edge of that right arm. And listening for any space that starts to open up. Gently release this back hand. Use it to roll yourself over onto your belly. Coming up onto the forearms for a moment. So you can go over to the other side. Left elbow out to the side, resting onto that left cheek. Rolling over onto the left side of the body. Just take your own time. Maybe keeping this right hand down or wrapping the right arm behind you. Feeling free to close down the eyes. Slowing down the breathing. Noticing if there's any space to soften on that exhale. And let's release that back hand if you've got it behind you, rolling yourself over onto your belly. Just take a moment, stacking one hand on top of the other, coming into your crocodile posture. Letting the whole front body relax down onto the mat. And then bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back towards the heels. Let's bring the big toes together, knees wide, coming into your child's pose, a wide-legged child's pose. Forehead down, extending out through both sides of the waist. And then walking your hands up, almost all the way up, but not all the way. Left hand stays down, reaching that right arm up towards the ceiling, taking an inhale. Exhale, threading this right arm under and trying to bring that right shoulder over towards that left knee. And that left hand then extends forward, twisting the shoulders towards the left. You might stay here, or you could wrap this left arm behind, try to reach for that right side waist or that right thigh. And the breath is a bit restricted here. Just see if you can try to keep the breath as open as possible. And then let's release this left hand down, coming back to center. Right hand stays down now. Reach that left arm up. Inhale. Exhale to thread this left arm through. Trying to bring that left shoulder over towards that right knee. Right hand extends forward, lengthening out through the side of the waist. And then maybe wrapping this right arm behind, reaching for the left side waist or the left thigh. Trying to turn the shoulders towards the side. Find the breath. And gently release that back hand, coming back to center. Just coming forward for a moment, bringing the legs together, sitting over to one side, taking the legs out long in front of you. Come down onto your back. Just feet flat onto the mat for a moment. Lifting the hips up, taking them slightly over towards the left. Lift the legs up to your tabletop position and then drop the knees over to the right. And then taking the arms up to your cactus arms position. Head can be looking straight ahead or slightly towards the left. Feeling free to close the eyes. Allowing that left shoulder blade to be heavy. Starting to have a sense of surrendering the weight of the body now. And then let's bring the feet back towards the center, just centering off the hips. Arms can stay in that cactus position if that feels okay. Lift the hips up slightly over to the right, legs to tabletop, dropping the legs over to the left. And this time it's that right shoulder blade that's heavy and maybe looking straight ahead or head looking slightly to the right. Really try to slow the breathing down now that we've come down to the mat. One more full breath here. And then bringing the feet back to the mat, knees up towards the ceiling and centering off the hips, releasing the arms down. Bringing the soles of the feet together, let the knees drop open for a moment, arms a little bit away from the body, palms facing up. Closing down the eyes if they're not already closed. Just allowing gravity to take the body. And then in your own time. It's extending one leg out long and then the other leg out long. Doing anything that you need to for your Shavasana. So maybe that's popping something underneath your legs, putting something warmer on, popping an eye pillow on. Anything that you need to feel supported and comfortable here. Noticing the back surface of the body in contact with the mat. Allowing yourself to sink a little bit deeper with each exhale. Resting here. Please feel free to stay resting here for as long as you would like to. If you feel ready to start moving, let's bring some movement to the fingers and the toes. And reaching the arms up above the head. Let's reach the right hand and the right foot away from one another, lengthening out through the right side body, taking an inhale and then exhale to let that soften. And then reaching the left hand and the left foot away from one another, inhaling and then exhale to soften. And bending the knees up, just rolling over onto the side of your choice, taking a moment, just lying on your side. And then when you're ready, just coming up to a comfortable seated position. Just coming to cross legs. Resting the hands down onto the thighs, keeping the eyes closed. Just for the last few moments. Feeling the length of the entire spinal column, allowing the face to be soft, shoulders dropping away from the ears. And bringing the hands together into your prayer position in front of the heart, letting the head drop down towards the hands as a gesture of the head dropping into the heart space, so you can lead from this place as you move throughout your day and week. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. Namaste.